Please help me! No, I haven't used it at school.
Where's her stuff?
She has cocaine in the building.
Following story is based on real-life criminal cases. Some names, details, and events have been altered for privacy and dramatic purposes. While every effort has been made to ensure accuracy, certain information may not be factually verified. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Some of these cases remain unsolved to this day.
The Melissa Martin case, cocaine, a classroom, and a crisis in Vermont education. The scene was one no parent, teacher, or student ever expects to witness.
Please help me! No, I haven't used it at school.
Where's her stuff?
She has cocaine in the building right now.
That's what I was curious about.
We're going.
Well, 'cause there's no way she didn't do it here.
Yeah.
It sets on immediately.
A Vermont substitute teacher, someone entrusted to guide and protect young minds, allegedly under the influence of cocaine inside her own classroom. The images that would later emerge from police body camera footage painted a disturbing picture. A disoriented educator, erratic movements, nervous pacing, and the unmistakable signs of a crisis spiraling completely out of control. Her name was Melissa Martin, 42 years old, and on that day, her actions would shake an entire community's trust in the system meant to safeguard its children. Good day and welcome back to Murder Mistress, the channel where real stories of crime and justice unfold. Stories that reveal the often unseen cracks in society's foundation. Before we continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Every single like helps this channel continue to expose cases that demand answers and accountability. Subscribing ensures you never miss the kind of investigations that reveal what really happens behind closed doors, in homes, schools, and workplaces, where trust is meant to be absolute, but too often becomes a cover for chaos. The events leading to Melissa Martin's arrest began in a small classroom in Vermont, where she was assigned as a substitute teacher for the day. The morning appeared uneventful at first. Students filtered in, took their seats, and prepared for lessons as usual. Martin, by all appearances, was ready to teach, or at least that is how it seemed at first glance. But as the morning went on, students began noticing something strange about her behavior. She appeared agitated, restless, and distracted. Her movements were erratic, and her speech sometimes slurred. At first, some students reportedly thought she was just tired or unwell. But it quickly became apparent that something much more serious was happening. According to police reports later released, one particularly observant student noticed that Martin appeared to be tweaking, a slang term often used to describe the behavior of someone under the influence of stimulant drugs, such as cocaine or methamphetamine. That student made a decision that likely prevented the situation from becoming far worse. They raised the alarm. The school administration acted swiftly. Staff members were alerted and entered the classroom, immediately recognizing that something was off. Melissa Martin appeared visibly distressed. Her eyes were wide, her hands trembling. Her backpack sat open beside her desk. Within moments, law enforcement officers were called to the scene. When police arrived, body camera footage captured what happened next. Footage that would soon become public and raise questions about how a teacher managed to bring drugs onto school grounds in the first place. Officers entered the classroom, speaking calmly but firmly, instructing Martin to step away from her belongings. The footage shows her visibly panicked, attempting to grab her jacket and backpack as officers intervene. According to arrest records, officers discovered what appeared to be cocaine inside her belongings. The white powdery substance, later confirmed through testing.
Do you drink alcohol? How much cocaine do you think you're using every day?
Was found in small quantities within a plastic bag inside her backpack. Officers also reported seeing residue on classroom surfaces near where Martin had been sitting. What unfolded on the footage was chaotic. Martin's behavior was erratic.
We're gonna
so
come this way. We're
ashamed.
gonna come this way so that doesn't fall on you
I'm
when we
so
back into that.
ashamed of myself. I'm sorry.
We're just taking care of you.
I'm so sorry.
Do you want to
I'm such a bad person.
No, you're not a bad person. You made an unfortunate choice, but you're not a bad
I'm
person.
such a... No. What have I done? My whole idea... Oh my God.
So we've got a heart.
Alternating between confusion and defiance. At one point, she reportedly attempted to pull away from officers as they secured her arms and removed her from the classroom. Outside, she struggled again as they tried to secure her backpack, appearing both frightened and disoriented. The officer's calm, measured approach contrasted sharply with Martin's frantic demeanor. The timing could not have been more dangerous. According to police, the arrest took place moments before students were scheduled to return to the classroom. The quick response from staff and law enforcement likely prevented the children from walking into a situation that could have turned traumatic. Authorities described the near miss as a matter of sheer luck. One call, 1 minute later, could have placed those students directly in harm's way. Melissa Martin was arrested on charges of cocaine possession and reckless endangerment. The latter charge, under Vermont law, reflects the grave risk she posed to others, in this case her students, by allegedly using or possessing drugs in a classroom environment. In the days following her arrest, local parents were left stunned. How could this happen inside a school, a place parents trust above all others to be safe, structured, and drug-free? Some parents expressed anger, others disbelief. Many questioned how someone with apparent substance abuse issues was allowed to substitute teach in the first place. The school district released a brief statement acknowledging the incident, confirming Martin's immediate suspension, and pledging full cooperation with law enforcement. They emphasized that no students were physically harmed and that the swift actions of one student and several staff members prevented the situation from escalating. As the investigation unfolded, more details came to light. Melissa Martin was not a full-time teacher, but a substitute, meaning she was called in as needed, a role that, in many school districts across the country, is often filled by individuals who undergo less frequent oversight compared to permanent staff. This reality sparked renewed debate about teacher screening and background checks, especially for substitutes who may move from one school to another without close, ongoing supervision. What truly startled investigators, however, was the discovery that Martin appeared to have used cocaine on school property. Detectives found traces of the drug in areas near her desk, along with paraphernalia typically associated with consumption. This evidence strongly suggested that the use had occurred during school hours. In interviews with local media, several law enforcement officials described the situation as both shocking and deeply saddening. One officer reportedly stated that Martin seemed completely detached from reality during her arrest, behavior consistent with stimulant intoxication. As the body camera footage circulated online, public reaction intensified. The video, though partially blurred for privacy reasons, showed clear signs of distress and disorder. Parents, educators, and community members watched in disbelief as the footage made its rounds on social media platforms and local news outlets. For many, this incident became symbolic of a larger issue: the growing struggle with drug addiction among professionals. Cocaine, once seen as a high society or party drug, has quietly resurged in parts of the United States, often intersecting with mental health crises, burnout, and stress, all of which can deeply affect those in education. Investigators later reported that Martin had no prior criminal record. However, they did note that she appeared to be experiencing personal struggles in the months leading up to the incident. Sources close to the investigation suggested financial hardship, emotional distress, and signs of substance dependency that may have gone unnoticed or unaddressed. Her court appearance came just days after her arrest. Dressed plainly and visibly shaken, she stood before the judge as the charges were read. The